understand the green theme that's going on this year on campus. My hope today is to share some insights into green ideas as they relate to the built environment and the spaces you live in and learn in at Tabor Academy. So I'd like to start by sharing some statistics. Next slide, please. About consumption on Tabor. And start out with electricity. In the last year, the 08-09 academic year, the Tabor community consumed 2,467,828 kilowatt hours of electricity. And that cost the school $435,000. That equates to about 4,250 kilowatt hours per student or faculty member, per member of the Tabor community. Now that may not mean a lot to you, but it's a lot of electricity. Local electricity here comes from numerous sources, but a lot of our electricity comes from a plant down by the Cape that burns fossil fuels, creates pollution to make electricity. So one could look at our electrical output in terms of the carbon dioxide impact. Every individual at Tabor's, the impact of every individual's electrical use at Tabor equates to about 1,533 tons of carbon dioxide emissions from just last year's electrical use. And to offset that, one way of thinking about how to offset that is, as we know, trees can absorb carbon and offset the impact of that. Every member of the Tabor community would have to plant 61 trees to offset their individual impact of that electrical use for one academic year. Every day at the Tabor campus, a lot of water is consumed. Taking showers, flushing toilets, washing our hands, significant amounts of water. In the 08-09 academic year, the Tabor community consumed 8,738,121 gallons of water. A lot of water. Let's try to give you a visual on that and put it into perspective. That equates to the volume of the field house, not the whole fish center, but just the field house with the 3 basketball courts. You could fill that 6.5 times with water, and that would equate to the amount of water Tabor consumes every year. Most of this water ends up in the Marion sewer treatment system. It gets treated, and we use energy to treat it, and eventually finds its way to Buzzards Bay. So there's this connection. It ends up in the harbor right outside the door. Through living our normal lives at Tabor, a lot of waste is created every day on the campus. Trash from the consumable goods, the things that we do on campus. The annual trash created by the Tabor community, using last year's numbers, was 9,792 cubic yards of trash. Again, that might not mean much, but if you were to fill the field house, again, top to bottom, you could fill it 1.5 times with all the trash that's created in a year. So it's a significant volume of trash. And that equates to about 20 cubic yards per student or faculty member, or equated to the size of a school van if you travel to a away game zone. All of our trash, or most of the regional trash here, goes to the CMAS facility right up the street, which is a local processing facility. And most of our trash is burned to make electricity. So it's good that it's burned. It's recycled fuel in a sense. It makes electricity. But it also creates pollution. You see the, if we go to the, if we look at this, I'm sorry, go back one slide, please. If we look at the smokestack in the middle, up at, I'm sorry. Could you go to the next slide? Got out of whack here. One more. If we look at the smokestack on the right out at CMAS, this is right up in Rochester down the street, and there's a significant amount of pollution that's created from the electricity produced and from our waste.